This is my Toyota 2015 Highlander that I bought in September of 2014. And it has that clear bra on it. And I'm in South Carolina, so the reason why you're seeing all this yellow right now is this is the pine pollen. This is the time of the season where the pollen comes down and it's that god-awful stuff that's yellowish. Anyway, you can see it's all cracked. It's a royal mess. It's amazing what they charge for this junk, and it doesn't hold up. It's got a zillion cracks in it. I tried over here to remove it a little bit. I tried a heat gun with a plastic scraper, and all it did was leave the glue. It would have taken hours to scrape this off with the heat gun and the scraper. So, I mean, it might take hours right now. I'm going to try a steamer. I bought a Wagner steamer, a 915E. Just came today from Amazon. And I just went to Walmart and got some distilled water for it. And I'm going to see if the steamer will get this plastic off and hopefully take the glue with it. If it gets most of the glue with it, then I'll be happier if I still have to spend several hours doing this. I tried some goof off to get rid of the glue here, and no go. The goof off did not in any way take the glue. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet for that, but I'm hoping that the steamer will take most of the glue with it. I also did buy one of those eraser wheels. I did not go for the 3M since it's $45. I bought one for $13. And we'll see if that works to maybe get most of the glue off here. So I'll let you know how this goes. So this is what I got, which is a Wagner 915E. The manual says you have to use distilled water, so I just went out and got some at Walmart. And to try to remove some of the glue, where before I used the steamer, I bought this Canopus wheel on Amazon. This was about $13. Feels like an eraser. I've never used one of these before. I'm going to hopefully get the glue off with this, where I tried to remove the clear bra with the heat gun and a plastic scraper. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I put about 14 ounces of distilled water in the steamer, and it ran out. I didn't get much done, and what I got done is very disappointing. It's not working. You can't peel it off. It's the same problem that's been talked about. It's just too brittle. You try to peel a piece off, even when you heat it up with the steamer, it just breaks off into very small pieces. And even if you pull it towards you, not pulling it away from you, but pulling it towards you, trying to peel it up, it just breaks. You can't pull it up. So I was using a scraper and the steamer. It works. I mean, you get some of it off, but the goo is still on the paint. It's as sticky as ever. I tried some of that wheel, and it got most of the goo off. I mean, there's still quite a few spots here. It gets very messy very quickly, so it's hard to tell what's clean and what's not clean. Okay, so this is after using the rubber wheel. This is my second day at it, and I've got about maybe 60% done on the hood, and we're looking at about 6 hours of work to do this. And the only thing that works to get the glue off so far that I found is the eraser wheel. Now this is wet because it just rained. There's still some marks here and there, so I have to still work on getting all the glue off. The eraser wheel does a wonderful job, but it's time consuming. The steamer, no matter what you do, will not get the glue off. I tried some goof off, that doesn't get the glue off. I tried denatured alcohol, kind of works, but not great. But that eraser wheel, it gets it off. It definitely does. So here you can see the line, and because it's wet, you don't see all the cracks right now. It kind of obscures everything. So here's like a spot, you can see it. There's still some glue to get here off. Okay, so I'm about 70% done on the hood, and this is not an easy job. I'm using a Wagner steamer and a plastic scraper. And what I found is the steamer doesn't have enough compression in it to run the steamer for more than maybe 30-40 seconds at a clip, and then you have to wait for it to build up pressure again. So I found you can hit it with an area and then stop. And then you can scrape off maybe an inch or so and then hit it again. And this way you can continuously go up and get this stuff peeled off. There is no way you can peel this with your hand. It will not come up. It's totally too brittle. No matter which way you pull it, towards you, against you, up you, whatever, it doesn't work. It just breaks off into little pieces. When you see these videos showing how easy it comes up, it's because it's a very fresh version of that clear plastic. And it will not work on old stuff. And then you'll see we get this here, and then we can work on it again. But it's been taking me, I would say this 70% of the hood took me about 5 hours, 6 hours. And it's difficult. It really is. And then the hard part is the glue. I don't know how much the camera can pick it up, but this is not taking any of the glue with it. Then I have to go back with the electric drill, battery operated drill, and use one of those eraser wheels to pick up all this glue. And that's very time consuming, and boy is that messy. That leaves little residues of the eraser all over the place. You need a shop vac to pick it all up. It's a very messy job. When you get ready to steam clean where your headlamps are, you want to open your hood and put a towel that's been wrapped several times over itself. You do not want to steam clean anywhere near the headlamp. There's rubber in there. You don't want to in any way damage that rubber seal, and I don't think you want to possibly get that kind of heat on those plastics. This is plastic, they're not glass. So put a good towel in there and wrap it several times. It's several layers thick before you try to get this edge off here. In this particular clear bra, it's not wrapped around the hood. It's got an edge here. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but there's an edge there, so it's not completely covered around it, which makes it a little bit easier to pick off. But definitely use a towel. I mean, a good heavy-duty cloth. Okay, once you've got the plastic off with the steamer and the scraper, the next fun part is the eraser wheel. This is a lot of work, and you're going to need several batteries to do this. I have a Milwaukee. I went through 4 batteries, and I couldn't even get half the hood done. So when you do this, I recommend get the edge done first while you've got the towel here, because you don't want to nick the headlamp with the rubber eraser either. And that's only made out of plastic. I think it's just a good idea to leave this here so you don't nick anything. This is very time consuming, and as you can see on the left side of the screen, it's very messy. This stuff goes all over the place. So I'd recommend doing this on a non-windy day, because otherwise it's going to cover something. You want to go at a very low RPM. And after you've done an area, you're going to have to wipe it off to see what you missed, because it's going to miss quite a few spots. But as you can see here, it's looking pretty good. So, I mean, it gets it off pretty clean, but it's, I don't know. I mean, it has to be done. I mean, the hood looked hideous. It was disgusting, especially with the pine pollen filling in all the cracks. It was beyond gross how bad the car looked. And the rest of the car was quite clean, so it was really sad to have a car that has no dings in it and have a hood that looks this crappy. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like when you use the eraser wheel. And with the eraser wheel spinning clockwise when you're looking at the rear of the drill, what I recommend that I found the best is don't go wandering around like this. I find that doesn't work too well. Just go in a straight line and take a straight line off one at a row and then overlap a little bit and do the next. You're going to miss areas. There's just no way around it. And I stopped bothering to clean this every pass or two. I just decided I'm going to leave it all on there. I'm going to get the shop vac out, back it up, and you're going to find you missed a lot of spots, and then you just have to go over the individual areas until you get it all. Now this is the original eraser wheel that I bought. It still has quite a bit on it. There's the line. Now I have not done the hood yet over here at all, where the line is, where it starts dropping down. So it looks like one eraser wheel can do the whole hood. I have a second one on order. I ordered a different brand. This one was $13. The new one I ordered was $9. I'm going to try that out. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to this today. Let me tell you, I mean, I'm in my early 60s. It's very hard holding the drill down, doing this. Your hand gets pretty tired. And so do the batteries. The batteries really wear out quite quickly. When you're using this eraser wheel, pay attention to this inside line here. When this wheel gets to that line, you want to stop. Don't go past that line, all right? Because at some point there's some metal in here that helps support, holding this wheel to that centerpiece. So don't go past the line, because you might end up being metal to metal on the hood of your car. And as you can see, I mean, I did the whole hood, and I still have a lot of area left on this wheel. So I could easily do the mirrors and probably the fenders if I wanted to. The other thing you want to do when you start scraping the clear bra off the car with your scraper, you're going to have to sharpen this edge every once in a while. So I have a sanding block here. It's got 180 grit paper on it, sandpaper. And I took a few passes like this and just sharpened it up. I would say when I did the hood, I probably sharpened it about five or six times. Just keep it, reasonably thin on the edge here. And the edge might get a little fuzzy, so you might have to clean the whole edge off so it's straight, and then give a few passes like this to sharpen it up. Alright, so this is what it looks like after I shop vac it. As you can see, there's lots of areas I missed, and I have to go over them with the wheel. But I still say going in a line is the easiest way. When I found I was going in a circular pattern, you don't cover it as well. Now this is the area I have not touched with the wheel yet. You can see how bad that glue sticks to the hood. It's a mess. This is a really time-consuming job. But here's where I'm kind of done. I mean, I've got some spots that I missed. And eventually I'm going to take some McGuire's compound and compound this and then wax it. And it should look pretty good. Okay, so just about all the glue is off the hood. And it really looks good compared to what that clear bra had done to this. There's a couple of damages in paint, and that's expected. I mean, the stones went through the clear bra, so there's a couple small nicks here and there. There's a lot of smudging on the hood. I can't explain it. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not even sure if the camera would pick that up. I am going to compound this and then wax it, but I've got a big pollen problem right now going on here, so I don't know if I want to compound this for the next month until the pollen is all down and over with, because I have no way of doing this indoors anywhere. But I'm really happy right now with how this looks. I mean, if you had ever seen this hood with the pine pollen on it, in between the crevices of the clear bra, it was the biggest mess you could possibly imagine. It was really terrible looking. So, in a nutshell, I would say your best bet is the eraser wheel. One eraser wheel will do the hood of the car. Now, I have mirrors, and here you can see exactly what I'm talking about, how disgusting it looks. The mirrors also have the clear bra on it, and that gunk in there is the pollen. But even if I clear the pollen off of it, it won't get it all out of the cracks and crevices, and you get all these black marks, and it's really gross looking. So I haven't done the mirrors yet because they're plastic. I've got to research the steamer and plastic, if that's okay to do that. I'm not sure, but that'll be a separate video if I decide to do the mirrors. Now the odd part is my fenders also have this clear bra on it, and they're perfectly healthy. It's just the pine pollen you're seeing on here right now, but this is very healthy clear bra, and it's because I guess it's not in the direct sun all day, so it doesn't get beat up like it did on the top of the hood. So I'm not sure if I should take this off, or if I could possibly get this off in one piece without having to use the eraser, if that would come off clean. I really don't know, because I hate to go down that rabbit hole of starting to take it off to find out it's going to be another big project.